You've likely started a budget at least once. It begins with high hopes. Categories are defined, percentages are balanced, and you have a pristine, color-coded spreadsheet ready for day one. By week 3, the logging stops. By week 5, that spreadsheet sits untouched, taking up digital space like a gym membership you forgot you had. It's easy to view this abandoned document as a personal failure of willpower. This consistent timeline of collapse actually points to a design flaw. Most budgets are built backwards, ignoring the predictable ways the human brain handles financial boundaries. Traditional budgeting mirrors the mechanics of a crash diet. The focus remains entirely on the math of restriction, with very little consideration for how the mind reacts to that pressure over time. Behavioral research suggests that high-intensity restriction leads to 2 specific results. Either the user rebels against the rules, or they abandon the system entirely. The first point of failure is the rebound effect, often triggered by $0 categories. Many templates suggest cutting spending on things like shopping or entertainment to nothing. Suppressing a desire rarely eliminates it. Instead, the pressure builds. This creates the financial version of a diet cheat day. One small, unplanned purchase breaks the rigid all-or-nothing rule, which often leads to a massive reactionary binge. A budget with no room for enjoyment is technically fragile. Because it cannot bend to accommodate a normal life, it is destined to break all at once. The second flaw is micro-categorization. Most templates use labels built for accountants, which don't map to how we actually spend money in the real world. You end up facing a daily puzzle. Does a coffee with a friend count as food, or is it social? Is a work lunch dining out, or a business expense? Your brain naturally seeks to avoid friction. When a tool becomes a source of daily mental gymnastics, you eventually stop using it. Success depends on broad buckets rather than precision. A rough system that you actually engage with provides more value than a mathematically perfect spreadsheet that stays closed. There is also a subtle trap in treating every dollar as equally worth cutting. Some spending is values-aligned, like the money that buys you recurring time with friends. Other spending is just autopilot habit, where you tap your card with no real emotional attachment to the purchase. Forcing yourself to cut expenses that provide genuine fulfillment registers in the brain as a form of punishment. Punishment is not a sustainable foundation for long-term change. A durable system protects the spending you care about while focusing your scrutiny on the habits that have no real meaning to you. You can replace micromanaged categories with a simpler 3-bucket system: fixed, future, and flexible. Fixed expenses are your recurring bills and rent. Future expenses, your savings and debt, are paid first. Moving that money immediately removes the need to rely on willpower at month's end. Everything else goes into the flexible bucket. This is one single number that allows you to spend on your pre-decided values without guilt, because you've already handled your obligations and your future. This system works because it lowers the cognitive load. By moving away from micromanagement, you create a framework that works with your brain's natural desire for ease. Sustainable financial systems must be designed for human enjoyment and ease of use. If a system feels like a constant battle against your own brain, the brain eventually wins. In the next episode, we're looking at why partners and couples fight about money. Most of the time, the bank balance is secondary to mismatched money scripts colliding in real time. Subscribe to start building systems that work with your psychology, not against it. And let me know in the comments, what is the longest you've ever managed to stick to a traditional budget? See you in the next one.